I'm really glad to join everyone in highlighting reproductive rights ahead of the State of the Union this evening. I know we have some incredible guests here with us today, and I'm really honored myself to have Kayla Smith here from my home state of Washington to share her story. Kayla really personally knows the cruelty of the Republicans' anti-abortion agenda better than just about anyone because she has lived it. As she's going to tell you shortly, just days after Idaho's ban went into effect where she was living, she got a devastating diagnosis from her doctor. And because of Republicans' extreme heartless policies, her doctors in Idaho were barred from giving her the care that she desperately needed. That's what Republicans' anti-abortion extremism is doing to women. It is taking away women's own decisions about their bodies, their families, and their futures. And it is turning extremely challenging, difficult situations into living nightmares. The reality is there are so many women out there who are experiencing the danger and heartbreak of Republicans' anti-choice agenda. And there are so many doctors who are also, understandably, packing up and leaving states like Idaho that make it impossible for them then to do their jobs, states that force them to watch their patients suffer. And then there are all the patients that are left behind, with even fewer maternal health care options. And let's not forget the other Republican attacks on everything from birth control to IVF. The reality is the horrific consequences of Republicans' war on reproductive rights are already nationwide. People in red states, people in blue states, people who never want kids, people who desperately want kids are all facing the fallout of this. Yet Donald Trump and the National Republicans are still pushing a national abortion ban. And many others are strongly supporting dangerous fetal personhood laws and many other alarming far-right proposals. Everyone here in America needs to understand what is at stake and the horror stories that are happening right now. That's why Joe Biden and the Democrats are going to keep lifting these stories up, standing with women and families, and fighting to not just be a firewall against Republican attacks, but ultimately to restore Roe and the right for women to make their own health care decisions without interference from politicians. I'm delighted that my guest at the State of the Union tonight is Kayla Smith. She is here with her baby, Nora, and is Nora in the house? No, Nora's probably not being as good today, but she's tiny. And she has a story to tell that is so compelling. Kayla, thank you for your courage to come forward.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
So around 18 weeks, we had our normal anatomy scan, and we found out that our son had several fatal fetal anomalies. This was a very wanted pregnancy. My husband and I were trying to have another baby. We have a 3.5-year-old at home. At the time, she was 2. And when we found this out, it just happened to be 2 days after Idaho's trigger law went into effect. So we felt, we were scared. We didn't know exactly what our options were. And the tense and devastating situation in the room with our physician, you could tell that she also did not know really what she could say or how she could help us in those moments. We had to leave Idaho to come to the state of Washington so that we could meet our son. And I want to make it abundantly clear that we did not want an abortion. We needed an abortion, and we were not able to receive the care. We had to take out a personal loan of $16,000 to be able to do this. And I also understand that not a lot of women have access or the ability to be able to do that, which is the huge problem. It really felt like insult to injury that we were forced to do that. And these bans are really hurting many people. And so I'm honored to be here today with Senator Murray, just to share a little bit of my story and hopefully allow others to know kind of what's going on, that like abortion is really nuanced. So it's not just black and white.